Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss Book 3, Season 3 of Netflix's original show, The Dragon Prince Son. This was another 9-episode long season. 4, 5, 6, and 7 are coming out at some point. Season 3 and Season 2 came out in 2019. It's now 2022. No idea when Season 4, 5, 6, and 7 are going to air. But Season 3 ended the first chapter. Let's put it that way. And it's not even a chapter because we get so much backstory in this particular book. It was incredible of Viren and Harrow literally killing Zim's dad, and then Viren taking Zim the egg away, with Rayla's parents being the Dragon Guard. Like, everything ties together to sort of have Calum and Ezran and Rayla work together, as well as Soren's character development, him being the Kingsguard of King Harrow, therefore being the Kingsguard for King Ezran. But their, father, the Grand Mage, or whatever you want to call him, Viren, forces Ezran to abdicate after Ezran goes back to the kingdom. He then becomes the king, leads an army into Zadia to destroy the Dragon Prince, to take his energy, and the Dragon Prince's mom, the Dragon Queen. So it was so much stuff going on with Viren's story, with Claudia, with Soren not being a paraplegic anymore. What does he do now? Realizing that his dad is actually a villain, having that massive speech, that massive apology with Calum, Ezran finding out that his dad passed, that he has to become the king, and what does he have to do to protect Zim? What does he have to do to protect humanity? What does he have to do to protect everyone, to make sure everything is good to go? So the quest is to get Zim to his mom, but Zim's mom is now in a coma. Her mate died and murdered. Her son was taken away. She has no reason to live anymore. So it's Zim has his rainbow lightning, which is just the cutest thing in the world. Trying to wake his mom up, and then, as the battling continues, their Aunt Amaya, Calum and Ezran's Aunt Amaya is captured by these fire elves, and then she becomes on their side as the story progresses, because Viren then attacks their kingdom, takes their sun energy, and uses it as a weapon to turn his soldiers into these fire monsters. So it's getting the band back together in a sense of, how do you unite all these different people from the two different lands? How do you fight the monsters that Viren created that were humans at some point? But then how do you have humans mix in with elves and the magic folk to end this war? So you have the young queen from the other kingdom who said no to Viren to join his side, joined King Ezran's side. Just so many things coming together at the end, just meshing so beautifully that they have that doom speech. We think we were in doom, but then we were not. Then there was hope. Then there was doom. Then there was hope. And then Zim's mom finally waking up and seeing, Rayla and Calum holding hand in hand, and Calum learning more magic along the way. But to have Aunt Amaya and her new girlfriend, who's an elf, and Calum as a human with his girlfriend as an elf, showing that, that there can be change, that there is hope, because the two fronts are now united. So now what next, right? Viren is thrown off a cliff, but he dies, but then Claudia brings him back with dark magic. What next, right? His little caterpillar friend is in a cocoon now. What next? What happens in book 4? What is book 4? Season 4. When you coming out? But I don't get tongue-tied. I don't get tongue-tied that frequently, right? And I am very opinionated when it comes to story, especially on character development. But for this particular series to be so artistically beautiful, visually as well as audibly, and I know I said this the last time in the review that we did for the second season, the character development is incredible. To have that growth of Rayla and Calum, to have the growth of Ezran, amazing. Calum said multiple times, "I'm so proud of you. You've grown up so quick." But the most important character development, I gotta say, is Soren. To go from chaining dragons to breaking the chains, and he literally said, "I'm glad I'm on the side of breaking the chains this time around." It was just so cool to see it, and I was just so happy to see all of it come together in a conclusion. So like, even if there wasn't a 4, 5, 6, and 7 season, whenever that's coming, this made sense. Like, we get the backstory, we get all of this coming together, we get all these various things leading up to this final battle. The last episode, episode 9 of season 3, is called The Final Battle, and it leads up to it. And it doesn't have to be a long, hour-long, drawn-out battle. It's quick, it's dare I say, pungent. It's just so fast and important that it leaves a mark. I think that's why I said pungent, because it leaves a mark. You remember it. It's a taste in the mouth, right? That smell of the taste in the mouth. We talk about senses a lot in this show as well. So I'm blown away. I am very impressed, but I'm not surprised that I'm impressed, because one of the main creators of this is from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and literally to have Jack DeSantis, who is the voice of Callum, who's the voice of Sokka in Avatar: The Last Airbender, literally his character literally screams out "Boomerang," and it is hysterical, because that's Sokka's weapon of choice, is the boomerang. So to have Callum literally take something and throw it and go boomerang with Jack's voice, because that's also Sokka's voice, I was dying. I laughed out loud. It hurt my stomach. That's how hard I was laughing. But you got to be an Avatar fan to pick up on those references, and that's literally why they did it. And it worked so perfect, and it was so beautiful. I need merch. I need shirts. I need a hoodie. I need a life-size Zim immediately. I have to look into all of this, because this show is not talked about, and it needs to be talked about. And it's an incredible series. 3 seasons down, 4 more to go. What happens next? On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.